Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Cole. I'm not a minimal makeup girly. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup, as you can tell, and I also love testing foundations on my lizard skin. So today we're going to be testing the One Size Turn Up the Base foundation. It is hot as hell right now in the UK, so I thought it was a perfect time to test this one out. I went for the shade 15R. I'm going to leave my normal shades of various other things in the description box, as well as all the details on this and a link to where you can purchase it from in the UK and the US. Right, let's have a little look up of it. So, Sephora says this is a long-wear soft matte foundation formulated with only 16 clean ingredients to deliver full coverage with max comfort and water and sweat resistant. That is literally all it says about it. Main ingredient in this one is water, and the reviews, it's got 3.6 stars. Some people say it's the worst they've ever tried. And some people have said it's amazing and it doesn't leave the skin icky. So let's give it a go. We have got to apply my Sephora No. 6 multitasker brush for one side and a brand new Dose of Lashes sponge. I can't remember what these are called. Literally just took it out of the box not half an hour ago. But I can't remember what it's called. But it's just the big daddy. So I'm not sure how much of this to use. It does say to shake it well. Let's have a look at shade range actually. Okay, there is loads of shades. Okay, shade range 38 shades, which is amazing. This one is the second lightest but the most rosy toned. So we'll see how we go. And then it's all split up into, we've got fair, light, medium, medium dark, dark deep and deepest. So set out quite nicely. Let's give it a pump. I like the packaging, this cool One Size logo on the top. Let's give it a pump. I'm expecting this to be thick. Okay, so it is thick, but it's not as thick as I thought. This might actually, yeah, it's definitely not as thick as I thought. I thought we would be not running at all. Let's just apply, that might be a little bit light. We will see, we will see. Okay, so I did like 2.5 pumps, and after putting it on my face, I feel like I'm not going to need any more of this. There even is still a little bit left on my hand. Right, we're going to start on my right hand side with the brush. Oh, damn, that is coverage. Ooh, okay. This is without doubt a very, very high coverage foundation. I have got underneath the Laneige Glowy Skin Serum just because I know it works with all the foundations I love, so. Okay. It's definitely one where if you apply it with a brush you've got to like press it in, and it definitely is a little bit light. I'm actually kind of hoping it oxidizes, because I do find if your foundation is a little bit light, especially with somebody with very, very dry skin, it just makes things look worse. Okay. Do I love it applied with a brush? No, I don't think I do. Let's try the sponge on the other side. Okay, we've definitely lost some of the coverage there, as to be expected, but I think it looks much nicer. With the sponge, it just looks a little bit heavy with the brush, and I think like there's obvious kind of brush marks in it. Although to be fair, actually, saying that, maybe brush and then over with the sponge is the best idea. Oh, I think this is going to be a problematic nose situation. Every time I blend it. Not another problematic nose situation. I'm just going to pick up what's left on my hand, straight onto the sponge, and see if we can fix this nose situation. We cannot fix the nose situation. Update. I expected it to set, but it seems still quite movable, which is fine in my opinion when the foundation's quite light coverage, but when it's heavy coverage, it's a bit concerning. So that is the side with the brush, and then gone over with the sponge. It's definitely higher coverage. That is the side where we use the sponge straight off. For me, I prefer the side with the sponge. I just think it looks a little bit glowier. It's not as heavy. I do think this buffed out with the sponge once it's been put on with the brush looks nice. But I think for a more kind of everyday, I would wear it like this, whereas this is kind of like event makeup for me. I have concerns about the nose, but we will see how it goes. I'm just going to pop a little bit of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. I went for this one because it's a bit kind of thicker in coverage and a bit more matte. And I didn't kind of want to do something super glowy under my eyes. Also, I knew I was doing big blue eyeshadow. This is with the new Bella Beauty Bar Ocean Jewel Palette. So if you want to see me try Bella Beauty Bar for the first time, don't forget to check that one out. That one should have gone up last week at some point. Okay, so I'm literally just putting concealer under my eyes, nowhere else. I'm just going to set that very lightly with Jordana Tisha Flossy. I'm just using the pressed version. I'm going to set down the side of my nose as well, just because I'll be wearing my sunglasses, so I don't want... That's kind of like a given for me in the summer. Right, okay, I'm not going to do any setting spray. Let's do a nose check-in. It looks better than it did. Still doesn't look great. Concealer and powder went over it really nicely. I'm intrigued. It is currently 10:01. It is actually Father's Day, so I'm not sure when my check-ins are going to be. There will be check-ins. I just don't know when they're going to be. So I will be back in an undetermined amount of hours to give you a check-in. Hello, darlings. This is the 6 o'clock check-in. It's been a very busy day with it being Father's Day, so I have not been in since I filmed this morning. This is what we're looking like. The cheeks look pretty much flawless. There's a little bit of gripping to this kind of like blemish that I have here, around the corners of my mouth, my moustache area and around the nose and on the nose, it is clinging to dryness. I've actually got a little bit of shine on my nose, which literally never happens, but as you can see where I've touched it there, it's just all come off. And there was some quite significant sunglasses marks, which do not appear to be blending in with my finger, so not ideal. As you can see, it's also come off my chin, and it is looking quite patchy on my chin. The cheeks look amazing. The forehead looks pretty good as well. A little bit of like natural luminosity. Who even knew I had that? But this kind of central face area where a lot of my kind of dry issues are is not great, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel so far about this one. I think it's definitely going to be one that I need to wear with other primers just to see if it grips a bit better. All I had on today is my Laneige Glow Makeup Serum, which is all I wear when I test foundation. But compared to a lot of the ones I have tried recently, this one isn't holding up great. Like I said, the fact that my nose is a little bit oily but also dry does not make a whole lot of sense to me. And it really is like clinging to like where my nose ring is. You can see where it's kind of settled in. Smile lines are okay, but around my mouth it's really kind of collected, especially on this side here. Like that, this never happened. This doesn't happen. The other side's definitely not as bad. I think the side with the sponge still looks much more my kind of vibe. It's still very high coverage, but it's definitely a little glowier. However, like I said, I think this cheek looks great as well. There is a little bit of dryness around my jawline here. And my skin is probably the least dry it's been in months, maybe even years. So yeah, I'm going to keep going with this one. I'm going to try it with some different primers, but thus far, the fact it's missing in my T-zone, well, I'm going to call it my I-zone, because my forehead doesn't really get those problems. It's not great. I feel like if you've got oily skin, I'm a bit concerned. It wasn't as hot this afternoon as it was this morning, so whether it would be sweat proof, I don't know. Like I said, I got this on underneath it, so potentially maybe it's this that's not gone great with it. I think I do want to try it with the NYX face glue. I'm going to give it a try with like another kind of gripping primer I've got and see how it fares. So far, jury's out on this one. I will keep you updated on what I think of it, and as always I'll be doing a giant foundation roundup at the end of the year. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more foundation reviews from your resident lizard lady, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell if you want to make sure you don't miss any more of my uploads. You've been fabulous, I've been Cole the Ball, and I'll see you next time. Bye!